Fine, she can say whatever she wants. I'm not going to comment on it.
The courtroom was charged, each word suspended in the air. But then suddenly it happened. Meri Brown, normally unobtrusive and calm, simply burst into action. She had been bearing the burden of being ignored, put on the sidelines, and dismissed for years. But when the judge asked her what she had done with the family trust, it was all too much. Meri banged her hand on the table and yelled, "I was never given a choice. I was erased from the beginning." Gasps filled the room. Even the judge reclined, eyebrows furrowed with shock. Decades of keeping her voice in check, her frustration sequestered behind thoughtful smiles. Now, sworn to tell the truth, her anguish poured out. She accused Kody of pushing her to the side, and Robyn of stealing everything that used to be the family's. Her voice trembled as she went on. "You call this unity? It is manipulation. I was loyal, and I was betrayed." The judge put up a hand, calling for restraint, but the damage was already done. The gallery froze, dumbstruck at hearing the truth uttered so baldly. The courtroom was tense, every word hanging heavy in the air. But then it happened. Meri Brown, usually quiet and composed, suddenly erupted. For years, she had carried the weight of being ignored, sidelined, and dismissed. But when the judge questioned her role in the family trust, it was too much. Meri slammed her hand on the table and shouted, "I was never given a choice. I was erased from the beginning." Gasps filled the room. Even the judge leaned back, eyebrows raised in shock. For decades, Meri kept her voice controlled, her frustrations buried behind careful smiles. But now, under oath, her pain spilled out. She accused Kody of pushing her aside and Robyn of taking everything that once belonged to the whole family. Her voice cracked as she continued, "You call this unity? It's manipulation. I was loyal, and I was betrayed." The judge raised a hand, urging calm, but the damage was already done. The gallery sat frozen, stunned at hearing the truth, spoken so openly. The judge, a seasoned professional, was visibly startled. In a firm but measured tone, he said, "Mrs. Brown, your testimony is emotional, but it also reveals critical gaps in this trust." Christine's lips curled into a faint smile, as if she had been waiting for Meri to finally speak her truth. Janelle nodded quietly. Her eyes locked on Meri. Robyn, however, looked pale, whispering frantically to Kody as Meri's words echoed through the courtroom. For the first time, Meri's silence had broken, and it left no one untouched. The courtroom fell silent again, but the impact lingered. Meri's outburst wasn't just an emotional slip, it was a revelation that reshaped the judge's perspective. Her words became part of the official record, fueling doubts about the trust's fairness and Kody's control. Outside the courthouse, whispers spread. Meri finally said what everyone was thinking.